November is Native American Heritage Month, and to help celebrate, Spectrum Reach has some ideas on how your business can help reach and support this community.
There are roughly 10 million indigenous people in the United States, constituting 574 federally recognized tribes. They are most densely populated in rural and small market areas. Despite numbering in the millions, Native Americans are vastly underrepresented in media. This has led to organizations working to create more visibility of Native peoples in media and combat what they refer to as invisibility or erasure of Native Americans from modern culture. You can engage with this community simply through representation, utilizing Native American talent and culture in appropriate and respectful ways that makes the community feel seen and spoken to. Here are some best practices when doing so. Prioritize individual identities and names. Individual groups on a local level have their own names, which should always be prioritized whenever possible or available. Ask for permission. Some indigenous people and communities are very private. Imagery of regalia, cultural practices, or spiritual ceremonies are typically viewed as sacred and something that only indigenous people from that community are able to share. Consult with a local member of the community on best practices. Honor diversity and avoid generalizations. There are 574 federally recognized tribes in the United States. Each group's cultural practices vary significantly from one to the other. There is no single identifiable way to look indigenous, for example. It is important not to imply that looking a certain way makes someone more or less indigenous. Indigenous people are, not were. Do not refer to the existence of indigenous people in the past tense. Do not speak of Native Americans as a romanticized past. Avoid anything that could be considered stereotyping. Beware using feathers and buckskin, outdated styles, black and white imagery, overly stoic demeanors, or mascots. Don't appropriate Native cultures in the name of honoring that culture. A good rule when looking to include Native American representation in your marketing is to speak to local representatives. Asking for permission and guidance is always appropriate.
During November, reflect on Native American Heritage Month. Take some time to educate yourself on Native Americans and the role Native Americans have today.